My name is Sylvia Vasques-Lavado, and I'm using my power to break barriers for women. My journey into mountaineering wasn't a traditional one. I didn't grow up, going out into nature. I actually come from a beautiful country full of mountains, but if anything, they were always too scary. Unfortunately, just like most women in this world, I'm part of the sad statistic that 1 of 3 women are going to experience some kind of sexual violence. And I was one of them. Unfortunately, the shame, the memories of the abuse stagnated me and led me to an addiction path. And it was until my life was spiraling out of control without any stops that I asked my mother for help. And as I asked my mother for help, she had me go down to Peru to do a powerful healing session. And on this particular healing session, I saw myself as a little girl, the little girl that had endured all the abuse, traumatized, who just wanted to reconnect to my adult self. And as we reconnected together, I remember feeling a sense of wholesomeness. I remember feeling this powerful energy, and somehow mountains start forming around us. And my little girl grabbed my hand and took me walking into mountains. And so that was a vision that came to me. And I remember being like, okay, this is very unique. And if I need to put this into practice, and if I need to bring this powerful pain that has stagnated most of my life, it only makes sense to bring it to the tallest mountain in the world. I've been on expeditions that, we failed. We couldn't make it. And then, we had to wait a whole year to try again. So there are circumstances that are out of our control. I think one of the biggest learnings that I learned through this journey is that we are going to have a bad day. We're all going to have that moment in which we're going to try to quit, that we're going to feel like this is it. That's it. I'm done. I'm giving up. But just keep trusting why we're there, what we're trying to achieve. What is it that, what is driving us? What is that fire in us? What is even the reason that we want to get there? And that is going to get us there. I think for me, and I never started this journey as trying to become the first. The way that I started this journey was so personal. It was to help me heal. And halfway along the way, I realized, oh my goodness, I have this opportunity of becoming the first. And the way that I looked at it was, well, this is about representation. This is about touching into the lives of people who are like me, who look like me, for them to feel that they are not alone, for them to see how much they have it within themselves to achieve. And so for me, it's been the opportunity to really trying to bring more inclusion into this. I just go back to my predecessors, women throughout history who have been breaking barriers, who, at their time, they didn't have a role, especially like in so many places, in business, in education, in health, who constantly were told, like, why are you even doing this? Why even bother? How is this going to affect? And that's the same way that I looked at it. With this opportunity of being the first, I'm not the last. That's the great thing. If anything, that's the least of it. We all have the power to contribute. I think for many of us, sometimes we're waiting for the perfect purpose to come to our lives. Every day is an opportunity. The number one advice would be, ask yourself, touch into your heart, ask yourself, what truly matters for you? And it's simply like, okay, then what will be the very first step? It might be daunting. It might feel like it's going to take me 10, 15 years. It doesn't matter. Everything is doable. If I was able to make it, it took me one step at a time. I think we all have it in ourselves to do it. I am Sylvia Vasques-Lavado, and I am a change maker.